Well, hey, Ben, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, let's go ahead and get into love after lockup, honey. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and hop right in. So Dougie and Doug, okay? Y'all know that's Rachel's man, Doug, all right? We learned that Doug was 15 years old when he had his son. He was about 16 years old, 16, 17, when he ended up getting locked up, okay? Doug gets to the house, all right? And once Dougie gets to the house, he is just very happy to see his dad. He said he was going to punch him in the stomach, but he couldn't do nothing but hug on him, okay? But what was interesting was that Dougie was trying to hide his happiness, all right? I guess he didn't want to seem too happy, but that baby was really happy to see that his dad was finally out. And I think the son is kind of hopeful for the family that he could have that he did not get the chance to have with his own mom. All right, now they're going out to eat and she wants her mom to come, but her mama was like, oh girl, no, I'm not gonna come. Y'all the family of three, honey. I'm gonna let y'all go and do y'all thing, girl. You know I'm really not featuring your new man, okay? So you knew I wasn't gonna come, okay? But I'm glad that y'all out and dropped this baby off and y'all can go ahead and do y'all thing, and I'm gonna go my way. Just call me later, honey, okay? Now his son says that once the grandma says you know, get spend time with your son and you get a chance to reconnect and relearn your son or something like that. And the son says, yeah, because he doesn't really know me. He never got the chance to know me. Now, Doug did not like that, but that baby was telling your ass the truth. So he decided to say, oh, I know about those girls that you've been talking to on TikTok. And he was like, here go the child. Talk about what girl? I only talked to one girl. He says, I'm not like you. I haven't had 10 girlfriends over the past few years. I said, ooh. Now, her mom is not a fan of this man at all. Now, later on, they go out to eat, right? And his son is really happy to have his dad back. Doug wants to pull up on his dad. Doug wants to pull up on his dad, which is Dougie's granddad, tomorrow. His son says, well, can we go tonight? He was like, no, you know, I have restrictions, so we got to go during the daytime. And so the son starts to get real smart with him. He says something like, you filthy animal, you cheating animal, something he calls his dad. But his son ain't got no respect for his ass. That's what that is. And I think that Doug has to have patience and learn how to be a parent to that child, because you ain't been in that baby life. Now, granted, little boy shouldn't be out here being smart and shit. Somebody need to check his ass, though. But I think it's about how he goes about checking his son, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But he needs to definitely have the conversations. He and Rachel need to sit down and let him know how things are going to go in the household, as far as having respect for your parents and the people that's taking care of your ass. Okay? All right? So I really feel like it's sad, but I feel like Rachel should be the one to have a conversation, because her ass going to be the one providing for real. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? But I also think that he gets his disrespectful ass ways from his father. I feel like you taught that. Okay? So good luck. Let's go ahead and move on to daonte bimbo-headed ass. Okay? You know what? Let me not go to Daonte. Let me go ahead and hop over here to Courtney and Josh. Josh was, you know, he wrote a letter at one point, you know, talking about his grandma, saying some very negative things. She sent him to foster care and stuff. He was blaming her for a lot of things that happened to him. All right. He calls her. He wants to see her. The grandma didn't sound like she was too enthused to hear from his ass. He wanted to come by and see her. She said, I don't know about that. He said, what about tomorrow? She said, that's fine. What else did we learn? He went over to his grandma's house. Her name Mama Rose. She raised him because his mom was on drugs, and his dad would get visitation for him. But when he would go over to the dad's house, the dad ended up having him drink beer, so he lost his visitation. So he couldn't see his son anymore. So he apologizes for the letter and things that he wrote to his grandmother, or wrote about his grandma or whatever. And you know, they hugged it out, and they're all in a better place right now. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to I guess we can just go ahead and talk about Daonte crazy ass. So he gives his girl, he finally gets Nicole to come to the house. Nicole comes to the house. He gives her a tour of the house and everything. He got rose petals all over the place, honey. He left them candles burning. I said, baby, he damn near about to burn down the apartment for this girl. He showers her with gifts, more shoes, more clothes, lingerie, everything, money, I'm sure. So she's looking a bit uncomfortable, like, what the hell you want me to do with this lingerie? He like, I want you to put it on, okay? And she agrees. She goes and puts it on. But she also says that she'll try it on, but he can't touch her. She says that while she was in prison, that she would do dances for women for their birthday. And they would get their touch on and all that other stuff. She'll pour water on herself. But here's the gag for me. When I heard that, I was like, bitch, you was doing all this in prison, and you mean to tell me that you traumatized from having sex time? First, I was over here like, okay, you know, some people may be a little traumatized, this and that. But now, BIT, after hearing that, girl, you full of shit. You're a scammer. She's a scammer, okay? You was doing all of that. And girl, she just over there using Daonte for his money, and I ain't even faulting her for it because he's a clown too. So let's go ahead and move on. All right. She puts on the lingerie or whatever. She comes out. She models the lingerie for him and stuff. She come out and model the lingerie for him, girl. He over there getting all anxious and stuff. He just pulled up a chair, sat down, talking some dance for me. He taking off his shirt and everything. And once he started doing that, she just felt the way about it and decided to run back into the room. Like, oh no, like, see, now you're doing the most, okay? Now you're trying to do the most. And I'm like, girl, you ain't had no problem dancing for them ladies over there in prison for free. And this man that gave you all this stuff and you don't want to shake a little tail feather for him? Okay, girl. So he decides to crawl to the door and on his knees outside the door, like, oh, don't do me like that. The most desperate, disgusting. I don't even know what the hell to say about Daonte when I saw that shit. I was like, I would have left that fucking day. I would have left right there. I would have put my shit on. And I'm going to go ahead and head out, you fucking weirdo. If taking your shirt off and sitting down in that chair was not enough, you crawling to the damn door. Ugh, I was just, disgusted. Like, what is that? You desperate? Like, I just can't. I can't deal. Anyway, so let's fast forward, honey. He take her to go get her hair done. And while she's getting her hair done, one of her cellmates, which is her best friend, comes. Okay, she comes up there, sits with her while she's getting her hair done. All right. Oh, actually, when they were headed to get her hair done, he was telling her how he felt the way about her not staying over that night. So he felt the way about that. He drops her off to get her hair done. He said something like, if she can't respect his decision or respect his position in a relationship or something like that, they're gonna have a problem or some shit. Like, boy, shut up. Shut the hell up. Take her to get her hair, talking to her best friend cellmate, or ex-cellmate or whatever. She's reminiscing about a young lady that she used to date while in prison. The girl got out like 4 months before her. She's still in love with her. Come to find out, the last time she had SCX was like a week ago while she was in prison. I was like, oh, girl, all right. Okay, a whole lot of going on. Her best friend hypes her up to give a call to the girl that she was dating that had been out 4 months prior to her. She calls her. I don't really know what all the conversation was. Daonte ended up popping up, and he had a few items for her because he was supposed to be bringing her some stuff and paying for her hair as well. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, she says she also knows what Daonte wants. Daonte wants to have sex with her, but he ain't gonna get it, okay? Because she's saying that she's not ready to do that with him. All right. And that was pretty much that situation. Actually, I don't know. I think it probably cut off when Daonte came in with the money and with the clothes. She was back there on the phone, so I think it cut off. So we didn't really fully get to see what the dynamic was with her on the phone. Okay. So when it comes to, I did Courtney and Josh, Anissa and Jeff. She goes to the bus stop with her good friend. What's his name? Kyle. Yeah, her friend Kyle accompanies her. She don't want to drive by herself, so he's going to ride with her to go pick up her man, Jeff, okay? Now, she says that Jeff is like 10 years younger than her, but her and Jeff look the same age because Jeff ass looked like he been up there smoking on crack and any other drug he can get while he was in prison, okay? He came out looking just like a drug addict, okay? That's what he was giving me. Okay. She thought he wasn't gonna show. She walked around the back. He was there. They kept kissing, and I'm like, I'm tired of seeing you white folk kiss. I'm tired of seeing y'all kiss, girl. I'm just over it. Like, stop kissing. I'm tired of it. What else happened? He says that at one point in the past, she was a hustle for him. I said, and she's still a hustle for you. What the fuck you talking about? She was a hustle for me. She's still a hustle for you, sir. She is. Because now you're showing up because she has this show. And I'm sure this show is probably putting a coin in your pocket or extra coins in hers so she can give to you. So she's still a hustle to you. Jeff isn't here for Kyle being there. Kyle talks about how, you know, Anissa means a lot to him and he just wants the best for her and all this other stuff, and he has high expectations of him. Jeff tells him, well, well, you know, sometimes you're gonna have to be concerned about yourself there, buddy. So Jeff is not featuring Kyle being around at all, but I like it. I like it because men are able to sift out the BS that other men be trying to put out here in the atmosphere. Okay, so that's that. And he ends up getting dropped off at the halfway house. So we'll see how that dynamic is gonna go between Anissa and Jeff. They gonna get on my damn nerves. I can already tell that. They remind me of the other lady, the blonde head lady that kept smoking them cigarettes from last season that lived in the trailer park. And I can't think of her name. I feel like her man name was Sean or something like that. I can't remember, but I couldn't stand her either. So that's the energy that Anissa and Jeff is giving me. When it comes to Stan and Lisa, Stan get Lisa to the house. He feeling a way about Lisa not being affectionate. Okay, now first of all, she just got out of jail, nigga. She just got out of prison. Her son calling her frustrated. What the hell do you want? Give her a second. So she's upset that he doesn't understand that her kid needs her. That part was like, yeah, I understand a little bit, but girl, that's your fault. Shit, you the one who put yourself in a situation to be away from your kids. How you gonna put that off on him? If anything, he could be understanding, but what else do you want? He says that he has night terrors, but she'll be sleeping in her own room, so she won't know anything about that. I'm like, oh, okay, own room, all right. He sets her up in her room, and he asks her how she is doing, you know, when she comes out. And she said, I'll be right back, or whatever. She goes out on the balcony. So he go out there trying to join her. First of all, he was rolling his eyes because he was annoyed that he didn't get all of the affection he thought he was going to get. He go outside. And he's like, how are you doing? He's trying to hug on her or whatever. And she started complaining to him about her wanting her kid or needing her kid or whatever. And he tells her, well, you're a smart girl. I think that you'll figure it out. That was so insincere. That's messed up. So she says that, so what I'm saying is that I think he just only wants her for sex. He wants a live-in sex partner and just to keep him company as he be having these damn night terrors. Okay. That's all he really wants. Now, Lisa says that she wants him to say that her son could come there and be with them. Bitch, no, your son can't come. But it does seem like Stan doesn't want to be affiliated with her family. He only wants to be affiliated with her. And I understand a little bit of where he coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's unfair in a sense, but I also understand where he's coming from. I think they can get to that place, but you just got out and you think I'm gonna welcome your son into my home, and I don't even really know your brother like that, and you thought I was gonna give you some money to bail him out of a situation he got his stuff in. Yeah, that don't make no sense. So she do need to probably go and figure it out on her own when it comes to her son. I think that he could have shown her a bit more compassion for what she has going on and tell her, like, I understand it's stressful, you know, I'll be here, you know, you go and you figure out what you need to figure out, and you know, it could have been a better way that he could have worded it, you know. But I don't think that she should start forcing her family on him or trying to intrude in his life just because he's made space for her. You know, I feel like they can work up to that point. All right. Your son coming here is not going to help the issues that you have with him. If anything, that's going to be bringing more problems into my house where I have a house of peace. So with that being said, if you need to go and take care of your son and do what you need to do, go do that. I'll be here. So Lisa says that she's about to head to her son and all this other stuff. Stan says that he was looking forward to starting a new life with her. And I am like, true, I understand that. But also her life does include her kids, though. You know, so you'll have to figure out how to navigate a new life with her kids possibly being included. Not right off, but at some point, yes, okay? But he doesn't want that. He really just wants her, and that's it. What else happened? Stan gets mad, okay, when she says that she's about to go in and take care of her kids or whatever. He tells her, go, you just go. She says, I guarantee you that if it was your child, you would not act like that. This man says, I raised my kids right. You didn't. Now, Stan, I don't know what to say about that. Now, I don't know if she didn't raise them right, but I know that she probably wasn't there how she may have needed to be there. Okay, so I mean, maybe that means she ain't raised them right, because she technically didn't raise them if she wasn't like a parent like she needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Having all these different charges, these felonies in and out. So maybe she didn't raise them at all, let alone raise them right. Okay, and then Stan said that he was not apologizing to her at all. I feel like how he handled her was rude and wrong as fuck. Okay, I feel like he could have been a little more delicate and compassionate and a little more patient with her. But I also feel like she can't be expecting him to be so open and welcoming to her family and her problem situations, because he does not have to be. Those are just my thoughts about it. So that situation could have been handled a little better. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments down below. Leave your thoughts and comments down below on everything I discussed today regarding love after lockup. Okay, that's all I got. I'm jamithatsme. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.